Today in History. Today is August 14th, and we're going to continue with our journey to the past.
History is not only a collection of past events, but a means to rediscover our own past as well.
Before we check out what happened today in history and its significance, let's find out the quiz question.
Sure. Listen carefully. Earvin Johnson is one of the greatest basketball players in NBA history. He is also known by his nickname. Is it number 1, Master Johnson, or number 2, Magic Johnson? Earvin Johnson is one of the greatest basketball players in NBA history. What's his nickname? 1, Master Johnson, or 2, Magic Johnson? If you know the answer, text us at pound 1045 for 51 or leave us a message on the Pandi board for a chance to win an umbrella.
네. And let's go ahead and check out what interesting and very important events happened on this day in the past.
In 1893, motor vehicle registration or license plating is introduced. In 1959, Earvin Magic Johnson was born. In 1975, the Rocky Horror Picture Show was released.
1893년 8월 14일 처음으로 자동차 등록제가 시행이 돼서요. 번호판, 라이센스 플레이트가 발급되기 시작한 날이고요. 1959년 8월 14일은 농구 선수 매직 존슨이 태어난 날입니다. 1975년 The Rocky Horror Picture Show, 최장기간 상영 기록을 가지고 있는 영화죠. 바로 이 영화가 개봉했던 날이기도 하죠.
So we begin today's journey into the past with the introduction of the most, I guess, procedure in modern history. It's definitely we need this. All right, we're talking about license plates.
That's right. None other than the motor vehicle registration, also known as license plating.
So driving and owning a vehicle is no longer a privilege, but a necessity in most cases. Thus, going through the process of registering your vehicle has become mandatory. And it all started in France in 1893.
이 프랑스에서 처음 시작이 된 거로군요. France was the first country to implement license plating, and it was in the Netherlands that the first national driving permits were issued 5 years later, and they consisted of one-digit numbers starting with 1.
Before that, you didn't need a license. By 1899, the number of cars stood at 168. That's it, right? And plates started adopting different combinations of letters and numbers.
But the first plates were very far from the ones we know today, as they were made with porcelain, making them fragile and impractical.
That's right.
아이고, 번호판이 깨졌네. 왕창 깨졌네. porcelain 때문에. 네.
And now we're going to move on to a sports figure who is everything but fragile. On this day, 1959, one of the greatest basketball players was born.
And he was the one and only Earvin Johnson, better known as Magic Johnson, a nickname that was given to him in high school when he was 15 years old by a sports journalist after he saw Johnson play at school.
Now, Johnson became internationally famous as a player for the Lakers, a team that won the right to draft Johnson after the Chicago Bulls lost him at a coin flip.
어머머. And although Magic Johnson is currently retired from the basketball court, he has been extensively involved in the sport as a coach. And commentator, as well as a businessman.
Now, in fact, he is now the CEO of Magic Johnson Enterprises, which owns movie theaters, magazines, real estate, and even some minor and major baseball leagues, including the LA Dodger. That's right. Magic Johnson is co-owner of the Dodgers.
Moreover, Johnson has been quite busy in the entertainment industry as well. He has had roles in music videos, commercials, movies, a musical, and even his own TV talk show. And here it is.
Live from Los Angeles, it's the Magic Hour. Tonight, the one, the only Howard Stern. A special performance by the Losers. 1998 Playboy Playmate of the Year, Karen McDougal. And music from the ever-glamorous Sheila E. And now, the man of the hour,
You know, I remember this show. It wasn't that good.
Oh, so that must be pretty old, I think.
90s, I think. It didn't last that long, but it was definitely something new for him to try. But finally, speaking of shows, we have the household name when it comes to midnight movies of all time, the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Released on this day in 1975, the Rocky Horror Picture Show is not only the most successful movie of its kind in history, but also the longest running movie ever, as it is still playing in theaters today, nearly 40 years since its premiere.
Starring Tim Curry and Susan Sarandon, the movie was widely ignored when it first hit theaters, but it soon became more than just a film.
Right, certainly more than just a film. By September of the same year, the movie soon transformed into a cultural phenomenon to the point of becoming the subject of a cult followed by fans from all over the world.
That's right. So one of the reasons it has been enjoying such popularity since its release was that it allowed the audience itself to participate by throwing things like toast, water, toilet paper, hot dogs, and rice. So it's audience participation.
Interesting. 이제 컬트 영화라고
Well,
하는
it's a cult
장르를
following.
열었던
It's like a cult
그렇죠.
movie,
Right, a
right?
cult following by fans from all over the world.
Yeah.
Interesting. 자, 오늘도 역시 변함없이 역사적으로 보니까 굉장히 많은 일들이 있었네요.
Now, before we wrap up, let's check out today's quiz question. Earvin Johnson is one of the greatest basketball players in NBA history. He is also known by his nickname. Was it Master Johnson or Magic Johnson? Of course, the answer, it's Magic, Magic, Magic. What? Okay. Oh, so Magic Johnson is the answer here.
Magic Johnson. Okay, and that's all we have for Today in History today, but we'll come back tomorrow with more from the past.
That's right. Right now, we're going to look at cinema premieres coming up shortly with Daniel. But first, this is a song by Stevie Wonder, a classic for Yester Me, Yester You, Yesterday.